Almost there. Three.
The last paver stone. It feels good, don't it?
Be done with this part of it.
Yippee! Yep, we're literally putting the final cap on it. Yay! Oh wow, looky there.
I'm gonna just fix my border edging.
Yeah, the border edging. Yep. Wow, look at that. Okay, we got all of the perennial flowers planted this evening. It's Sunday. We're to the first week in August here. These are crepe myrtles, holly and crepe myrtles. They get about 4 foot tall, so they'll look good when they get bigger. They have dark red flowers, crimson flowers. Look at the butterfly. And again, these are all perennial flowers, so they will come up every year. I won't have to replant those. And then the trees we were not able to get yet because I couldn't find. I'm looking for either a weeping dwarf cherry tree because it stays 8 to 10 feet. Under 10 feet is what we need. And possibly a crabapple because they stay small as well. So it's pretty big in there, and we opened up the bottom so that the roots can go on down into the ground. But we still don't want a giant tree here on the corner because we're afraid the roots will push the stones out, and we don't want that to happen. So we're trying to keep it as small as possible. Tony didn't really want a tree in there, but I love trees. I have to have trees. They just make everything feel more homey. So I can't give that one up. I'm gonna stick to my guns on the trees. In the corners anyway. But yeah, so we're making lots of progress. We'll continue on next week. Oh wow, look at this! We got our rock! And it looks so much bigger than it did at Yardworks, the landscaping place. Let's take a look at it. So there's the drill hole for the fountain tubing. So hopefully it's in the right spot. So this should be the front here. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of a wide trickle. We'll see whenever it gets in. They said she came from Smoky Mountains, so that's exciting too.
We call her Old Smoky.
Old Smoky.
time has come. It is time to start the centerpiece of this project out here in the landscape, which is going to be the fountain. So we've already purchased the stone that has a hole drilled through the center of it. And what I'm doing is I'm getting prepared to dig out a hole. That's what the stone will set on above the rock. Will sit on that. But it also has to be flared out so that any water that drips out will flow in. And then behind it, I have to dig a hole to bury that bucket, which is a sump pump bucket basin. And that is where the pump will reside. It'll be behind it, and there'll be piping that goes back to it in the back. So first things first, I gotta start digging. Well, here's what I got. Right where we're at here, the original farm, the ground was probably this tall. We took it down about 4 feet to flatten the land to build the barn. This was a hill area here. We flattened it off. So what's going on is right when I'm starting to dig, I'm hitting a layer of shale. So I'm right at a rock layer, and it's not like it's going to be a whole lot of digging, but I've also got that bucket to dig. So I'm going to make it easy on myself. I'm going to go get the backhoe.
Backhoe's hard on the yard. The stabilizers come down and it's been kind of wet, so it's making a divot, but it's okay, we'll repair it.
Well, it looks like the hardest part's over. Got the hole dug. I had to get the backhoe to dig this out. It was just too clayish. I dug a secondary hole for the pump basin tank to sit down in. Fabric will be down in the pond area. I call it a pond even though it'll be full of rock. Down in the pond area. In the low point of that, I will have this drain skimmer. That'll be in the bottom. It will turn out, go over, and it will tap into the tank. That will make all of the liquid, the water that goes into here, will transfer into the sump. From inside the sump, it'll pump up, and the output will come out of the tank higher, but still below the at the dirt level. It will then hit an elbow and go up through the rock, through the stone back there that we got. That stone has an inch and a quarter diameter hole that was drilled through it by the place that landscaping place we purchased that from. I'm assuming that is a 1-inch tube. So, or when it's pipe, tubing would be outside diameter. So let's figure out what you get there. Tubing is actually outside diameter, and piping is inside diameter. Don't get those backwards. So, and that'll be flex pipe. That will be tubing. I will use an elbow to turn and come over. Just because it's going to be sitting on rocks, just because I got to line up, just because we got to have it in that rock when we bring it over and set it down. Because I don't think I can lift it high enough to get the tube in it and then slide it down on a tube. I think that's just sketch. The higher you have that thing, the worse if you had an emergency. So I do have one benefit of this setup that I have here. Not sure I'm going to use it yet or not, but in the arrangement that we have here, well, if it rains too much, it'll keep filling this up and it'll overflow. Is that a bad thing? Not really. There's going to be a ton of rock here, you know, and it'll go into the drain system. Or I can come out of the back of this pipe, of the basin, and that drain is right here. Right here's my drain. So I think I'm going to run a pipe over and just drill a hole and stick it in there, and literally that'll be an overflow. So I'm considering that one. So that'd be a bonus item. So but if it overflows, it's going to go over that way anyway. It's going to go down into into that tubing. I could just dig the dirt out and let it flow down the dirt, you know. But yeah, I'm just going to keep looking at this a little bit. On the edges, you taper it coming into the pond rather than going straight down and straight over. That will keep the walls from trying to collapse later through time and years or whatever. So you kind of feather it out as much as you can. Some places I might feather a little bit more. This is a lot bigger than the rock, yes. And my fabric that I'm going to put down is going to go way up on the sides, and I'm going to go up there. That's just in case there's splash. If there's splash, it'll go up there. That's also one reason why if it rains, it's going to fill it up more than what it's for. So is that a bad thing? No, but you know, just something you got to consider. So I'm gonna keep working at it. All right, I got a little trench ready for the drain that'll pop straight up 90 degrees into the bottom of the center of the fabric. It doesn't have to be dead center because it's just a drain for the water to go over and drain into the basin. Here's the basin. I put a little bit of sand at the bottom, if you can see it, just so I could level it and to give it a nice soft base to sit on. But yeah, making progress.
Tony's working on finishing these border rocks here. Then I got to get some more landscaping. I'm going to try to get this area planted in the next couple days if I can figure out what my other plants are going to be. It's been going on 2 weeks now and I can't figure it out. That's okay. I'll figure it out eventually. Working on the fountain rock. There she is. She's from Smoky Mountains. And then the arbor wood is still back there. So we got to do that too. But yeah, it's coming together. I just told Tony all of our hard, hot labor from the summer is paying off because it looks beautiful out here. Especially since the new trees are planted. All right, well, we're behind the scenes today because this is what goes on in the planning stages. And Tony's trying to get his rock fountain pump to work properly. So
fittings to fittings to fittings to fittings to drain.
He's literally been in this section for over an hour trying to
but I
get
have
stuff.
Bags of things.
Oh yeah, you do. I have a mom.
She got a mom.
I'm still trying to decide if I want it or not. It's only $5.99, so my stuff's cheaper than your stuff. Tony and Kevin are working on the waterproof liner for the rock fountain. So what you see is all like the well that's going underneath the rock to catch any water that drains in, and then the pump will pump it back up through the rock and out like a fountain. All right, we're trying to figure out a way to get the rock off of the trailer because we need the trailer to go get some more rock. And we can't finish this until we get the right kind of rock. And they close in like an hour. So we got to get the rock off in the next 20 minutes so we can go get more rock. So let's see how this is going to work. All right, we're off. Pull her out. Ready? No, he has to back up. Get over the trailer. Oh, you go up. Don't get under that.
Okay, so here's an update. The pond will not hold water. That bulkhead fitting that I put in won't seal up. I've tried caulking on this. I've tried the big flex caulk on this. I've tried all kinds of stuff. It won't stick to this black material. It just peels right off. Even I've tried 3 different types of caulking, put it on it, let it dry, and peel. It just comes right off. It's not adherent to it. I hear butyl rubber work, but I think I'm just gonna cut my losses. The worst part is I should have tested the water on this before I had the rock in it, but we had everybody here. We were trying to keep everybody busy. I've got enough spare fabric here. What I'm going to have to do is pull the rock out, and we're going to slide it up, and we're going to actually literally going to put the tank inside the pond rather than being 2 separate, so there won't be a hole where the bulkhead fitting goes into the catch basin. So I get a bunch of rock out, and you can't use a shovel because if you hit the liner with the shovel, it'll poke a hole in it. So we're going to have to hand scoop it into buckets and then throw it out. So it happens. First item of business on this project is the 4 posts that come down in all 4 corners. Now, generally speaking, they're going to come down on this last paver in each corner. Now, if I just set this arbor on top of this, I run the risk of the arbor moving, or in very bad weather or wind, blowing it over, blowing it away, blowing it into the house, something of that sort. So technically I need to anchor that the posts down to help hold it in place. It ain't gonna be able to handle a hurricane, it ain't gonna be able to handle a tornado, but a good wind. So in the kit what I purchased, I went ahead and got the 6x6 post. I've got 6x6 posts for the corner, and this is a post base. This is the base that goes down on the ground. This is the bottom of it. It also holds it off the ground, so you don't get moisture to wick up into the bottom of your post and rot your posts out. So these will end up being right here, and it has these decorative sides that go on there, and then that's what screws into the post to hold the post. Now, so I need to anchor this piece down. So I could just anchor it to this paver, but I got the same problem. It'll just pick that paver up and move it. The wind would just pick up that paver. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take this paver out, and I'm going to do one of 2 things. I'm contemplating just hammering a long piece of all thread down into the ground, but I don't think it's got to have much holding power. It would stop the tilt. It would help, but I don't think that's the answer. I'm going to take this, or option number 2 is I take the paver out, and I'm going to take a post hole digger, and I'm going to dig a hole with a post hole digger and fill that hole with concrete. As that concrete's still wet, I will put the all thread rod with a washer and the nuts on it, put that all thread rod down in that concrete, and I will drill a hole through the paper with my hammer drill, concrete hammer drill, and then that way it's anchored with some concrete down in the hole. I think I'm going to go with the hole in the concrete myself. So yeah, let's get to digging. I went ahead and bolted that on just to hold it, so it'll push this big washer down into the cement so it'll hold it. That doesn't have to be perfect because I'm just holding that on there until that concrete sets. That one actually looks like it's level, but I can pull the paver back up to put more sand back under to get it back to the perfect level. But I'll play that by ear, see if I have to. 3 more to go. This is the end of the first day. Got my pieces concreted in, drilled. Just got to do some final leveling there. And here is all of the boards pre-cut, chamfered the ends for that look. Ready for setting things up tomorrow. So we'll get back on it.
Here he comes. He's ready for the second one. He's on a mission, y'all. Look out. He's on a Tony mission. I know when he means business because he walks fast. He's fast walking. Getting his stuff all laid out. And we can pop them in quick. What a nice day, you all. It is a little hot out here, but it's a beautiful September day. Today is September 3rd. Hopefully we'll be done by October 3rd, but I'm not gonna put any bets on it. Ready? Yep.
Okay.
Sure looks good.
Check the other way again.
This way?
Just for sure.
And here he comes around the corner. We are in post position number 3. Get it, Tony. Well, there's the start of the arbor. Looks so fabulous. It's going to be awesome when the top gets on. All right, he's got the first board going up. Look at that. She's tall. All right, this is before, then we'll do an after shot. Woohoo! How's your project going, Tony?
Almost done.
He's got a hole in his shirt.
All right, keep going on this up.
It's air conditioning. Okay, well, Tony's finalizing the arbor today. He's putting the cross bracing on. So there is without. You can see him sitting on the base there. And that is with. It looks pretty good. Makes it look a little more beefy. And then this is kind of slow going too. But as you can see, it's coming together slowly but surely. The pump is in place and the piping. So maybe 2 more weeks, maybe it'll be up and running. Who knows, right? We shouldn't add a timeline to ourselves. What a pretty picture. It looks good. Let's look at it from the front here. Tony, it looks really good. All right, we have moved into September 20th. Fall is like tomorrow, I believe. And we are still shoveling rock. It's been a whole season of rock shoveling. So this is where our stone fountain is going to be. We had to finish up getting the lava rock that you see Tony putting in now, just for this area. And then we have this section over there for river rock. Is that all the rock that's left, Tony? Okay. Just a tiny bit behind me. So we're gonna get this cart unloaded with the lava rock today, and then hopefully we're going to get our giant boulder fountain installed this weekend. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed. And I'm not gonna bore you guys with more rock shoveling because we know it's been in every video that we've done on this project. But that seems like the majority of the work that's been in this project is nothing but shoveling. So, okay, well, we got the lava rock unloaded and unshoveled. So this area right here, Tony's gonna add he's gonna redo this and add a new row of paver stones. So this walkway here will be 3 paver stones wide instead of 2. And the reason for that is it will make those squares over there with the stone, the landing area, more uniform. Because right now there's 4 stones on this side of the walkway, and then there's 3 on this side. So by adding another row here, it'll kind of even it out. You don't really notice it, but yeah, we know it. So that's Tony's solution to fixing the problem. So we got to work on
Well,
that.
the top is coming along really good. Let me show you what I'm doing. So I'm shooting screws into every other truss. So skip that one. The next one is going into this one and into that one. And then I'm ending it right on that board there. And then I will cut a piece to go to that one. It'll overlap this, but that overlap will be over that board, so you won't be able to see the seam. Because where there is a seam where the 2 cross over each other, it gets a little bit darker and puts a darker strip down it. So, yep, just coming right along.
Oh my gosh, you guys, Tony finished installing the lights. Look, they look so good. Wow. I hope it looks as good on the video as it does in person. It looks fabulous. Let's step back on the porch just a little more. So I'm at our front door, shining out. It's just the right amount of brightness. The ones that we had before were just too bright. They were blinding us. So we were able to find these lights that only shine out 2 sides. There it is up close. So it's not quite as bright. And they really look good too. And then we have spotlights on the stone planters, the trees. Oh, looks. All right, folks, today is the day. The rock fountain is getting installed. We've made it to this point finally. It's the end of September, but we have made it to rock installation day. Are you guys ready for this? They're ready. We have we brought in a few extra troops to help. So let's see how this is gonna go. Hopefully smooth.
Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Here we go, turning all the wrongs into rights. Here we go, you can take me there tonight. Whoa, this life is all we know. Whoa, I can't stay if you can't let it go. I never really know what's going on. And even when you're next to me, I feel like you're gone. It's all the
That was the super duper hyper pusher.
never show. There are the things I want to know.
You know how far down it's gonna be.
Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't want to tell
Plastic pipe was too flimsy, so we added the stiff PVC. Let's see if we can do it with that. There we go. Apparently it's going a little better. Hang on, there's a PVC pipe sitting around. I heard it hit the rock.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
All right, now pull that pipe back out.
We should have greased it.
All right.
Is it through?
Yeah.
Woo! We did it!
I can get my hand on it.
Yay!
This far? Yeah, about that far. Yeah, that's what I need.
That's awesome. All right. The moment has come.
We're gonna test the water pump. You ready?
Yep. Let her rip. Oh! First. Whoa! She's a spewer. It's a geyser. She's a geyser. Whoa. That is cool.
That's peaceful to listen to.
All right, so he's cutting that tube off some, so it's more flush with the rock.
Well, I haven't bled on the rock yet, so.
Oh, please don't cut your finger, Tony. Well, he's already got blood on his hand. Look.
Yeah, that was from earlier.
He's accident prone. There we go. All right, let's try it again. You gonna start her up again? Oh yeah. All right, so they're trying to get the pipes out from under the rock now.
Got that board, where the grease board?
All right, let's try it again.
Oh, that's much better already.
Oh, there she goes. She got it. Yay! Okay. Nice job. It's really pretty at night out here, you guys. It kind of has like a lodge feel. We love it. We still have a few more things to do, but for the most part, it's done. Gotta just finish those benches up and get our fire pit. But considering how it looked before, it just feels like it's pretty much done. We're really enjoying this time of year. It's fall and it's just beautiful. The weather's been perfect. We got our spots out here already for chilling by the rock fountain. Wow, this is a fabulous October Saturday. It's a little breezy, but it's like 70 degrees out. And we're finally getting to the seating areas around the fire pit. So Tony's laying it out and trying to get them all glued together.
Yep, and we got rain, so the stones are wet. So I'm spreading them out so that the sun can dry them, and the wind can dry them up.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, that one's really wet. Look at that.
Just let them dry out a little bit so the glue sticks better. On where we go.
We still haven't picked out our fire pit either. We've been going back and forth because
I think we're going to build it now.
deciding between using real wood or propane. And I think just for ease of use, we decided to go with propane. Just because you can just come out and flip a switch and turn it on. Oh, okay.
For the inside, hang the lights on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Make the wood tops for those.
Yep.
And
You got those glued together?
buy and build that.
Sure. And then show us through. Oh, okay. That's your timer right there.
This is the timer for the landscaping lights to come on at dusk and then stay on for however many hours.
Okay.
This is just a plug. Could be a plug.
An outdoor plug?
Just for plug up reasons.
Mm-hmm.
This is an on-off switch right here that turns on this plug for
Yeah, the lights.
ambiance lights whenever we want to come out here and just be under lights.
Okay.
Then over here, the main power comes into this outdoor plug, which comes over to this, which is a timer.
For the rock?
A timer
Oh, nice.
which has the pump for the rock in it.
Oh, okay.
And I've got it.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's it.
Wow. Well, all looks fabulous out here, Tony. You did a good job. All right. Well, Tony's decided he's not done working for today. So he's hanging those patio lights. But he's not sure how they're going to look because they're not LED. And we've had them for like 12 or 13 years. We repurposed them from our other house. So we're going to see how they look. If we don't like them, we're just going to replace the bulbs and keep the cord and just replace it with the LED lights. So let's see. We'll come back and see how they look tonight. When he gets. Well, it's not quite dark out here, but the lights look pretty good. Tony and I were just talking, and we decided not to change them out to LED. At least not now. They were pretty snug.
They're already paid for.
Yeah, they're already paid for. It looks pretty good.
Well, with every project I do, I messed up on something. This seat set of columns here is one block higher. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. The other side is 4. Easy fix. I'll just add another layer, be 5 and 5. Problem is, on top of these blocks is going to be a wooden bench that you actually sit on that I still have to make. And it makes it just tall enough to where it's too high. So my wife's feet don't sit flat. She's tippy-toed, or her feet don't reach the ground. So it's too high. So I thought, no problem. I'll just knock off 2 of the courses because there's glue on them. The middle course I'll throw away. Top course I'll just re-glue it back down. Not a problem. Problem. I can't get these things apart. That glue that I use, that PL 500 landscape glue, it's made by Loctite, it don't want to let go. And I didn't do these that long ago. It hadn't been that long. So I tried pry bars. I tried hammering the pry bars in, prying them out, and it just keeps chipping all the blocks. I even tried to, hammer the claw hammer in and pry it off. It broke the block. The glue didn't let go. Right there's where the glue is, and it won't let glue. All that stone is still connected to it. So the way I figured, I only got one choice. If they're going to come off, I'm going to cut it through the glue rather than trying to brute force it. So when all else fails, power tools. Let's see if this will do it. It ain't gonna do nothing if it don't work. Looks like it come unplugged from the wall. There we go. I got a really old blade on here because I'm not worried about, I'm just cutting glue. So let's see. Loctite, you got one hell of a product. Hey guys, welcome back to RVBarndominium. Well, this summer-long project is finally coming to an end. Just about every single thing is done, and we got one last project to install on this side of the landscaping. Went and got all my blocks. Got some more landscaping glue, mastic, to glue it together. We're going to build a fireplace. I'm going to use the same stone blocks to make a square. I've already figured out the dimensions of where the hole in the center is the correct size for. I purchased a fire pit that I can drop into it. I purchased a tank to put into it, horizontal. We'll show you all that. And yeah, we're going to do it ourselves, as usual. We just wanted it all to match and look the same, so that's the way we're going with it. So yeah, come along for the ride. Here's my layout. The fire pit insert I have is square, and the inside is 24 inches. This is a 24-inch square, and so it fits on the inside here just perfect. Also fits this way. So once I've got it centered with those, and I got it centered down the center here. It helps with my OCD, keep everything centered. So now all I gotta do is start gluing them and building it up. I'm gonna build it up until the tank is 2 inches below the top, because the insert is 2 inches thick. So yeah, here we go.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up just like the sunrise.
Well, basically we're getting very close to being done. I mounted my control panel here. This is the key where you turn the valve on to turn your gas on. There's the igniter to start the ignition. This is the tank I bought. It is a horizontal tank. It is made, as you can see, it has feet. It is made to be mounted and set horizontally. I can put it either way. I'll have to take the burner out to get to the tank, but the burner won't be bolted in, so they'll be fine. I'm wanting to know how much room I have. I think I have enough room. Let's go get a longer yardstick. Let's check that out. All right, so it's really coming along now. This is the tank I purchased. This is specifically made for laying horizontal, because a normal tank set it upright would be almost 2 feet high, just upright. Then you'd have to fire. It makes the fire pit too tall, so I bought a 20-gallon horizontal tank. I've already put the hoses in. Here's my control box, the key that will control it, obviously. Whoops, sorry, it was in there. That is what controls the valve on and off. My starter goes right here. I'll get that put in. Yeah, it is coming along quite nicely. So now all I gotta do is glue down this last set of blocks, and basically that's gonna be it. So yep, let's get her finished up. Well, I went down to the UPS gate where we get FedEx and UPS boxes, and my burner box came in. So this is the 2-inch deep, 24 by 24. It's got an 18-inch burner in it. I've already installed the electric igniter. I got the wires running down. Here's my electric igniter. I'm going to go ahead and plug it into this igniter unit. I'm going to run it out the hole. Cover on, retaining nut. All right. So this is basically what we got. Let me take you in for a closer look. There's my tank. Of course, my control unit's over here on this side, my gas unit, my valve and system. There's the igniter. If we look underneath it, careful here. I've already made the connection to the bottom, which goes to the burner. There's the igniter on the left-hand side. That's coming off the hose. The valve box is down there. I don't have it connected up to the tank yet because, well, there's nothing in the tank. I'll have to tank the tank down and have it filled up. Probably tomorrow, so that we can try it out. Let me drop it in place. And there it is. How about that? Now whenever I want to change my tank, I mean it's down in there. It's not gonna blow out or nothing. So when I need to change my tank, I literally will just take it out. I thought about putting a couple screws in to hold it down. Who cares? But it did come with some red lava rock. I didn't even know it was going to come with it. It's very little too, but that's not the way we're going to go. I think we're going to go with a glass, probably black and clear glass. Whatever. It's kind of a fancy place, so why not? So I'll get some glass or some lava rock or black lava rock to put in here. Yeah. Get my tank filled up with fuel, turn it on, put some soapy water in a spray bottle to check all my connections, make sure nothing leaks, and we'll be ready to go. This was an easy one. It really wasn't all that hard. A little bit of thinking up front, get your sizes of your blocks to make sure that your inside hole was the right size. All of this on Amazon. Hopefully we'll include that in the links below of all the pieces and parts that I bought for this. And yeah. These little holes.
Well, we still have a little work to do, but it's such a beautiful fall day today. I wanted to go ahead and take some video of the final progress. Tony's been finishing up on the gas fireplace or propane fireplace today, and he's doing a little dance because he's been working on it. It looks so good. All of the blood, sweat, and tears that we had during this whole summer, literally it was a whole summer project.
I don't ever want to see another shovel again.
Or rock or sand. But yeah, it looks so good. We really like how it turned out. Our favorite is the rock fountain, but we haven't lit up the fire yet, so that's gonna come in handy too, especially with these cooler nights. We can just flip a switch and turn on the propane. Oh, well, I'm gonna go over here and have me a seat and just listen to the sounds of the water. Okay, we got our glass rocks for the fire pit, the propane fire pit. So we're gonna mix them together and see what it looks like. Tony can get the bag open. It opens like that.
Easy. I don't know how sharp it is.
It's not. A little bit. Like if you squeeze it, but
Yeah.
it's pretty shiny.
I want you to hit it for me.
Ooh. Looks like ice. Look at that. Looks like ice. All right, we'll come back when it's full.